What's going on, everybody? TripleCrown24 back today. Kind of doing an old school video. This is going to be a pickup video where I'm going to show off some cars that I picked up inventory wise, talk about the shows that are coming up for me and what to kind of expect for the fall, what I'm looking forward to. And then two cards for myself. I got a card from one of my sets today that I'm excited about. And also last week, I obtained a card that I would consider a grail for myself. I don't use that term too lightly, but I definitely think that this card fits that billing. It's one that I've wanted for quite some time. I guess I could say I've wanted it since I was a kid. It kind of feels weird to say that. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. We start off with the, I guess, inventory purchases, if you will. These will be available for sale. Some of them actually already are available. But this Mookie Betts Topps Chrome Gold Refractor you will see in the next vlog that I have. It will probably be out on Wednesday unless I have enough time to get it out tomorrow. But I spent quite a bit at the Eastgate show, not this previous weekend, but the weekend before that. Tried to pick up quite a few cards, and I came home with a pretty nice stack of cards. This is, I think, the biggest one that I picked up, numbered to 50 here. His first appearance in regular Topps Chrome. He does have, from his rookie year, the update card, but this is a card that has grown immensely in popularity, and I love gold. Very pleased to get that one. But yeah, you'll see that one and others in the next vlog that will be due out within the next few days. These will not be in that. These are ones that actually came in the mail today, but nonetheless, I figured I'd show off kind of what I'm looking for right now. Some people have asked me, what are you buying? I always like to get cheap slabs, so I saw this Mahomes slab, and it definitely interested me because sometimes people want to spend 20, 30, 40 bucks just to have a Mahomes slab in their collection. And I can totally understand that. This guy is popular amongst many. Travis Kelce, Topps Chrome rookie. Again, a card that if you want a Travis Kelce rookie, this one I would say is one of the top contenders. I know the photo is often clowned on, but he was a late round, or I guess a mid to late round tight end pick. They don't always get the best photo choice. Usually it's kind of an afterthought card in the set, and I think Chiefs fans are thankful that it didn't end up being an afterthought card, because now Travis Kelce, probably one of the strongest tight ends the hobby will ever see. And then this Emmitt Smith rookie as well. So nothing here that's going to break the bank. All cards that are realistic to move at a card show, and that is why I kind of picked those up, especially on the mid-end football. It seems that it goes no problem. I'm not a Saints fan, but you might think so based on these next two cards. No NT is due out pretty soon. I did pick up this partial logo patch of Mark Ingram, the little fleur-de-lis on there. This is numbered out of 49 from 2011 National Treasures. Just beautiful looking card. I don't know why I've seen quite a few of the 11 Treasures cards popping up. Maybe I've just noticed that because I picked that one up, but I never used to see them before, and now there's some that have crept up into the marketplace. I wonder if some kind of collection got sold or something. Then there's this one, not numbered to 99. It is numbered to 1, Brandon Cook's Shield. This is actually a first for me. I've never owned a Shield card, at least that I can remember. Maybe like one of the ones that are laundry tagged now that I think about it, but I don't think I've ever had a actual like Shield like this one from a card. You can see this is a subset from 2014 5-star. I want to say this is the last year that they did 5-star. I can't recall them doing it in 2015, but I might be wrong, at least for NFL. But yeah, I was excited to get that. And Brandon Cooks has had a solid career. I don't think he has the best hobby following, but a Shield RPA of a guy who has had, like I said, a decent career. I got this for $200. I thought that was an absolute steal, so I had to go ahead and snag that one down. And then there's this one here, the Judge Topps Black. If you know, you know. Topps Black parallels. They're popular, but getting a 10 on them is nearly impossible. I kind of just threw out an offer on this one, and the gentleman who I was talking to accepted it. Can't really get any easier than that. Out of 67 here, but arguably the best player in baseball this year. I've seen some people rumble that Bobby Witt Jr. should have more of a share in the MVP conversation right now, but I mean, Judge is just, he is performing on a different level, and they get a third-year black of his. That I thought that this was a pretty fair price, so like I said, a lot of rare stuff that I'm kind of picking up, or I guess rare relative, if you wanted to, you know, depending on what your definition of rare is, that's probably a whole separate video. And then I guess some kind of cheap football slabs. It's kind of really my bread and butter at this point in time, inventory wise. I have the J&J Westchester show on Saturday, so if you're going there, feel free to stop by and say hello. But I'm planning to do a lot of big shows this fall. I'll have Shipshewana on my calendar. There's kind of a larger show in Cincinnati at the end of the month at a place that's called Spooky Nook that I am going to be setting up at as well. So very much so looking forward to that. And then I've got some more regional shows also on the calendar. I've got stuff like Nashville on my calendar. I'm definitely looking at Dallas at some point. I believe that there is a Fort Wayne show that's kind of similar to the one I did last year in early November. That is definitely on my radar. And outside of that, who knows? There's there's plenty of big shows out there to look forward to, and I'm excited. But yeah, definitely will be attending a lot of shows this fall and going to some larger ones as well. I'm probably going to be setting up more at the larger ones, it seems. At least that's how my calendar is shaped up. All right, what did I get for myself? I've been really waiting to talk about this. I did get this Logan O'Hoppe Topps Chrome Blue for my set. I'm down to 1 with this card. I only need the Bryce Harper. I'll do a video once I get it in. I have one that I am working on with my friend BD Kane 721. We're working out a trade. Once he gets that in hand, then the Harper will be en route to me, hopefully, and then from there we will call it quits on that set, since I'll have all 220 cards, and like I said, I will do a video on that. But no, the Logan O'Hoppe is not my Grail. It is definitely a card I've been looking for, but not nearly, it didn't get me nearly as excited as this one. No disrespect to that card, but 2007 Exquisite Collection Calvin Johnson RPA, numbered to 99. And let me tell you a little bit about how this came to be. So I've on and off wanted this card for well over a decade plus. When I was younger and it first came out, this was something that was definitely unachievable. I don't think I ever touched a single Exquisite card except for maybe a Delman Young autograph from Exquisite Baseball when I was younger, just because it was too high end of a set for me. And a lot of the dealers, I guess, in my area, they never had any Exquisite cards or anything. I was mostly just a Topps flagship or a Topps Chrome kind of guy for both football and for baseball as well. This card, it's kind of been on my want list, and then it's gone off my want list. Recent times I've wanted to go after the Amon-Ra St. Brown and TRPA. Those have started to creep up more and more and more. And they got to the point where I'm kind of like, you know, the Calvin Exquisite is kind of right there in that same ballpark. And if I'm not comfortable pulling the trigger on this Amon-Ra, why would I not just go ahead and go after the Calvin? Well, one of these popped up on a Discord server that I'm in about, I don't know, a few months ago. My friend Justin, who I talk a lot about on this channel, he picked it up. I had told him about it because he had been looking for one as well. And I kind of thought to myself, man, I wish that I was in a position to grab this, because I was paying a couple of other bills. I had some other things come up where I wasn't willing to drop the money that would have been required on this card to pick it up then. It was bad timing. And sometimes when these types of things pop up and you're not able to get them because of the timing, it sucks, because you don't know when exactly that next opportunity is going to come around. Well, a few months go by, and you know, Justin and I are talking again. We ended up working out a deal that's kind of on the side. That's a whole separate story. But part of that deal involved me acquiring this card. I couldn't have been more thrilled to pick it up, because I kind of put the idea out there. I wasn't sure how willing he was going to be to move this card, and he had told me that, you know, he wanted it to go to someone who would really appreciate it and really wanted it for themselves. And that's me. I will definitely do my best to show this card appreciation and respect. See a little bit on the back here. The patch on it is fantastic. They're not always 4-color like this one is here. If I had to have any kind of grievance with it, I wish it had just a little bit more blue in there, but I certainly can't complain. This is about as good as it gets for this card. And the assigned grade on it to me doesn't really matter. It's protected, it's authenticated, and hey, I'd rather have it in a holder of any reputable grading company than anything else. But exquisite cards, they're tough to grade, so it's going to be a 7 looks nicer in my book. But assigned grade doesn't really matter all too much to me on this card. I'm just couldn't be more thrilled to own it. And I get to share it here on the channel as well. I wanted to do a video just because I don't get to show stuff for my personal collection, because I don't really pick up too much for my personal collection these days. But there are certain cards out there that have kind of remained at the top of my want list. I've floated them on the channel before. Like I mentioned, the Amon-Ra RPA. I have mentioned a couple of Miggy cards that I never acquired back when I was super collecting him that I'd still like to acquire these days, as well as some vintage stuff as well. I'd like to get a Ty Cobb T206 in my collection. All things that will come with time. I don't know when those will be, if it's 2 months from now or 2 years from now. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy this card. So thank you so much for your time allowing me to share this with you today. We'd love to hear your feedback in the comments down below. I'll see you next time with a show vlog, probably Tuesday or Wednesday this week. Take care, stay safe, and be kind.